My goodness. It is SummerSlam week, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really feel the excitement for SummerSlam. Definitely feels like one of them summer scam years. You guys remember those, right? Nobody wants it to feel like summer scam. Monday Night Raw tonight did not, I repeat, did not sell me on SummerSlam. It did not get me excited for SummerSlam. Though I will say, Braun Breaker looks like a fucking beast, doesn't he? Not one, but two spears at the same time to Roman Reigns and the Yeet Man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you create new stars. The bartender needs to create me another drink, man. I'm thirsty, and after the month we had, I could use it. It was 90 plus degrees in New York City today, so we're drinking outside in the beer garden, and I want it ice cold, so when we get there on this Monday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for July 28th, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Monday evenings, wherever you may be. The final Raw of July. The go-home show before this weekend's first ever two-night SummerSlam. I've covered a lot of SummerSlams in my time. Some good, mostly bad. I usually call it Summer Scam. I usually call it the lamest party of the summer. This year, WWE is descending upon New Jersey. The very smelly New Jersey at MetLife Stadium for the first ever two-night SummerSlam. I don't feel like it's SummerSlam weekend. I don't think we have honestly felt a SummerSlam weekend in a very long time. It's tough to feel anything right now, still with the passing of Hulk Hogan this past week. I don't even really, it's tough, man. It don't even feel real still, you know? It don't even feel real. SummerSlam is not doing it for me, man. Though I will say the card looks better than WrestleMania. I won't say the build has necessarily been better than WrestleMania, but the card at least for two-night SummerSlam looks better than what WrestleMania's card was in Las Vegas. Tonight's go-home show did not do anything to really enhance my excitement for this weekend SummerSlam. This was the safest go-home show that I think WWE has done in a very, very long time. There wasn't really anything that stood out to me as, oh my God, I can't wait to see this match. Oh my God, I can't wait to watch these two guys or these two women or these women in general wrestle. They didn't really do much to enhance anything for me as the viewer. It's like walking into a jewelry shop and you're looking to buy the fanciest of diamonds. I need you to sell me on something, bro. I don't want some lab-created fucking piece of shit garbage. I want the highest of clarities. I want that shit to be pristine. Don't sell me something from the clearance bin or the clearance case. I need something that is going to last a lifetime. I need something that when you look at it, you're going to get excited every single time you look at it. WWE was the jewelry salesman, many moons ago. And as a salesperson, WWE did not sell me on SummerSlam tonight. They did not sell me on SummerSlam at all. The biggest thing that happened on tonight's show was Braun Breaker. As if we need any more indication that Braun Breaker is going to be a superstar. If we need any more indication that Braun Breaker is going to be the face of the company. That he's going to be the next heir to the throne. WWE did a fantastic job of solidifying who Braun Breaker is and what Braun Breaker is going to be from this point on and for the next several months until he takes his rightful place atop the WWE. We didn't really need to be sold on Braun Breaker. I think everybody's kind of made up their minds on Braun Breaker. Most people enjoy Braun Breaker's work. A lot of people understand what Braun Breaker's about. A lot of people are excited for the future of Braun Breaker. WWE did one thing tonight that really popped me. And they put over Braun Breaker over not only Jey Uso, but they put over Braun Breaker on Roman Reigns. And what they did tonight in the closing segments of the show, that's exactly how you create a superstar in today's pro wrestling landscape. I thought what they did was flawless. I thought what they did was brilliant. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to reiterate this again to everybody on Tuesday Night Titans tomorrow, because we will have SummerSlam predictions and a full preview of the two-night show that will be at MetLife Stadium. I'm saying this now. I'm going to reiterate it again tomorrow with the Solid Monster. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed need to defeat Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I don't care that on the Go Home show, and if you look in the Pro Wrestling Handbook, Pro Wrestling 101 for Dummies says if the heels get one over on the babyface or the babyface gets one over on the heel or heels before the pay-per-view, that more than likely they will lose at the pay-per-view. I'm going to need WWE to ignore the handbook. I'm going to need WWE to rip it up and fucking burn it. What needs to happen at SummerSlam is very simple. We need Bron Breakker to spear Roman Reigns and pin Roman Reigns 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring on Saturday afternoon. That's what needs to be done. Why do you need to stop the momentum of what this group did tonight? They're already missing their leader, who I'm assuming we'll see on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on which championship he cashes in on. They've been without Seth Rollins for weeks now. Yet you want to take this group, who is minus their leader, have them go into war by themselves, and then have them lose. That's not really building a new faction. That's not building new stars. That's not building credibility. Bron Breakker spears Roman Reigns. Bron Breakker pins Roman Reigns 1, 2, 3. And you solidify superstardom. Do you think Roman Reigns taking a loss on Saturday afternoon is going to even dent the armor that is Roman Reigns? I don't think so. Roman Reigns is going to take a spear. Roman Reigns could very well take a spear and disappear till Survivor Series. And nothing will be lost. The man will be just as invincible as he always is. Just with one loss tacked onto his win-loss record. And Braun Breaker is the one who's going to be on TV every single week. Roman Reigns is not going to be on TV every single week. So yes, though unlikely, because I don't trust WWE because politics run wild. They always go with their tried and true. Very rarely do they create new stars. Very rarely does a pro wrestling promoter make the right decision. Saturday night, that is the right decision. Bron Breakker pinning Roman Reigns. One spear took out Roman Reigns and Jey Uso tonight, speared them in stereo through the Timekeeper's barricade. And then I don't know if this is a Detroit thing or if it's just a thing in general. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed stole the man's Jordans in Detroit after he laid waste to the bloodline. And then he went on a rampage saying, this is my ring, this is my ropes, this is my company, this is my cameraman, these are my fans. They bark for me every single night. I don't know why you would want to stop that momentum. Bron Breakker needs to win at SummerSlam. No ifs, ands, or buts. And Bronson Reed, he looked like a fucking Godzilla beast out there. Excellent segment. Excellent way to close the show. That was legitimately the only thing that I really, really enjoyed on tonight's show. Everything else was just there. They didn't do much to elicit any excitement for SummerSlam. They didn't really add on top of what I was already feeling for SummerSlam. They didn't push me in either direction. The rest of the show was just there. And a lot of the time, these go-home shows don't really amount to much of anything. Friday night, we'll probably get a weird conglomeration of both brands on Friday night just to kind of get that excitement flowing one night before SummerSlam. I think they'll be in New Jersey on Friday night. I think they'll be in Newark on Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. But they didn't really do much of anything else to get me like, oh my God, man, I can't wait for SummerSlam. They didn't sell me on SummerSlam. Everything else was just there. We got a couple of tag team matches. We even got a mixed tag team match tonight with AJ Styles teaming with the Kabuki Warriors against the Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio. We got an all-star 8-woman tag team match for $350,000. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong show. That's the, you mean to tell me Triple H does not put fake monies on the line? You mean to tell me that Triple H doesn't label what is clearly an all-star tag team match an all-star tag team match? Okay. You mean to tell me Triple H has a brain while the other guy is a fucking mark? Oh, okay. I got it now. I'm sorry, man. I got a little lost in translation. No fake money's on the line. It's an 8-woman tag team match. We got a tag team match for the tag team titles. Judgment Day versus the LWO. Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn had a nice sit-down interview that doesn't really bode well, in my opinion, about Karrion Kross' status in the WWE. We got news on that. Outside that, there really wasn't much on this Monday Night Raw. Punk and Gunther had a nice segment. Punk finally showed up to work. He showed up to work tonight. He did what he should have did last week, this week, with Gunther. I'm excited about that match, just because I love CM Punk and I love Gunther. I think it's going to be a great match. But they definitely brought the heat a little bit more than they did last week tonight for their World Heavyweight Championship match, which will main event night 1 at SummerSlam on Saturday. All in all, very, very safe go-home show. Nothing really blew me out of the water. Nothing got me excited for SummerSlam. It was very safe, and we're going to go over it the best that we can here tonight. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for the 28th of July, 2025. It still doesn't feel real, bro. The fact that we lost Hulk Hogan, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people have used the phrase, it's complicated, about Hulk Hogan. It's not really all that complicated to me, because he still is on Mount Rushmore in any generation, in any sense, in any topic, in any conversation. He's on Mount Rushmore. He's the biggest superstar in the history of this sport. There will never be anybody that tops that position. And he is a reason why we are all here. He is a reason why we're all here. It doesn't feel real even still after Thursday. I don't want to say that it's like halted life, but I haven't had a pro wrestling death that has personally bothered me like this one has. And I hope you guys got the message on Friday where we talked about legitimately everything, man. I want to thank you guys for a great... Some of you guys actually reached out to me personally and said that Friday's open to the SmackDown stream, the first hour and 20 minutes. Some of you actually reached out to me via email and via direct message on Instagram and Twitter, saying that it was the best hour and 20 minutes that they've ever seen come from this channel. And that really makes me feel good, man. So if you guys missed that, go and check it out. I even uploaded the entire segment on my second channel just for you guys over there. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I thank you very much, man. I thank you very much. A lot of discourse over Happy Gilmore 2. I am here to say that I watched it last night on Netflix, and I had a joyous time watching Happy Gilmore 2. I thought it was very, very good. Was it better than the original? No, it was not. Not even fucking close. The original is a cult classic. It will always be a classic. This was not meant to be better than the original. It was meant to pay tribute to the original. It was meant to pay homage to the original. If you watched it like I did, you would have understood the references that we've seen across the Happy Gilmore universe that were brought to life again in this second movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know why all the discourse. Some people were like, it's the worst movie ever. It's terrible. It's Adam Sandler's worst movie. I don't know what you guys expected. Did you It's amazing to me how fucking dumb people are. Did you really expect going in that it would be better than Happy Gilmore 1? Who thought that? Why would you think that? People on social media, they take pleasure in telling everybody that something sucks just for the sake of it, with no criticism behind it whatsoever, with no valid criticism behind it. It's awful. I thought it was fun. I had a good time. 2 hours, had myself a nice cold drink, and I enjoyed it. I laughed. MJF was in it. Becky Lynch was in it. Post Malone was in it. Bunch of Eminem was in it. I don't know why anybody wouldn't enjoy it, man. I laughed. So I say, go check it out, man. Comes JD recommended. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. To those who have reached out via Cameo and requested cameos this week, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Always happy to do the cameo. Make sure you guys follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Twitter is where you can mainly find me. I didn't really tweet much at all tonight during Monday Night Raw. I just wasn't into it. Just wasn't into it, man. Just can't wait for the month to be over. Very bad month of July. I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling my best. Yes, Bad Bunny was in the movie too. Bad Bunny actually was very funny. Bad Bunny was very funny. Not really feeling it this month, bro. But I appreciate you guys keeping me grounded, man. Hit that thumbs up. Try for tonight's goal. I'll leave you guys a very easy goal, man. 750 likes is the goal. So make sure you guys go and hit that thumbs up. Super chats are open. Make sure you get them on, and it's the best way to support the show. Go check out all the other content on the channel. Everything you need is on the homepage. Tonight's sponsor is Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Make sure you guys go and get your free sample on me using that promo code. All you got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. And please leave a comment. If you guys made it this far, let me know what you think of SummerSlam this weekend. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Let me know in the comments. And remember, tomorrow night, Tuesday Night Titans, Jason and I are going to come together and remember Hulk Hogan. And we will give you a full SummerSlam preview and predictions on top of your news and rumors for the week. So make sure you guys go check that out. Tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m., the one and only Solid Monster and yours truly, JD from New York. Tuesday Night Titans, the best, and I mean the fucking best, two-man live show in the entire community, and there is nobody even fucking close to what we do on Tuesday Night Titans. Monday Night Raw started off with a very weird promo from Paul Heyman, where I am still trying to figure out what was even said tonight between Paul Heyman and Jey Uso. Jey Uso walks out, gets his usual shtick out, yeet. 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. He was about to run it back again, and everybody was about to yeet all over again. Paul Heyman interrupted. Heyman says he was not out there to disrespect main event Jey Uso, who was, in fact, in tonight's main event against Bronson Reed. Heyman wanted to talk about family. Heyman was about to enter the ring, but after seeing the look on Jey's face, which was not very pleasant, he exited and he walked back up the aisle. Heyman couldn't believe Jey accepted Roman Reigns' invite to be his partner against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Heyman knew Jey loved his family, but he told him that family would always let him down and get him in trouble. That wasn't a prediction. That was a prophecy. You know, that's the way the Oracle speaks now. He's now the Oracle. Now, instead of a spoiler, it is now a prophecy because he's the Oracle. You get it? Heyman, Oracle, prophecy, not spoiler anymore. Yeah, you get it. I don't know who talks like that, but apparently the Oracle speaks that way. Crowd chanted OTC, OTC. Heyman informed Jey that Santa Claus wasn't the one who left presents. It's Christmas in July. I went to Macy's yesterday to go return a t-shirt or a dress shirt, piece of clothing. And I seen Black Friday signs all over Macy's at the Roosevelt Field Mall on Long Island. Why is it Black Friday? Why is it Black Friday? Is it really, people really shill on the gimmick of Christmas in July, huh? Unless I have a mad elf in my hand in July from Trogs, it is not Christmas in July officially. Someone get me a mad elf. Best Christmas beer there is, bro. Just in case you guys need some recommendations 5 months early. Heyman informed Jey Uso that Santa Claus was not the one who left presents. His mother lied. Heyman said their mothers all lied too, except for the Jewish ones. My tribe knows better, he said. Rikishi may have told Jey that he wanted him to be more iconic than him, but his father lied as well. When Reigns named the next in line for tribal chief, he picked Solo Sikoa, not Jey Uso. That didn't work out so well. Now Reigns might tell Jey he wants Jey to be as big as him, but Roman Reigns, he was lying to Jey Uso as well. Heyman was simply telling this to Jey because he loved him. He loved Jey just like family. And then he yelled, yeet. Jey comes back. And Jey, by the way, was completely winded. I don't know why he was so winded. He didn't even say anything. He let Heyman speak for about 7 minutes. He's standing in the ring. He's completely out of breath. Family was the reason he was out here. Jey would pull up for his family every single time. And the bloodline still runs deep in his veins. Heyman was being disrespectful by talking about the things Jey could do without Reigns. Jey already did those things. He went out on his own and won the world title to prove to himself that he could. Jey wondered where Heyman's family was at this time. Jey said Heyman screwed Reigns at WrestleMania while his boys screwed him out of a world title shot. Whatever happened to them at SummerSlam was going to be blamed on Paul Heyman. So he basically said the bloodline still is in his heart. He talked about the things that he did away from the bloodline. Heyman was being disrespectful by talking about all the things Jey did without his family. I don't really know what the purpose of this was. What did this exactly do here? I didn't understand anything that Paul Heyman was trying to say here. Is Paul Heyman implying that Roman Reigns is just basically using him at SummerSlam? I don't really understand why anybody would think that. I mean, I know Roman Reigns has a very shady history, but Roman Reigns is simply back for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get to Seth Rollins and get to this group. So yeah, Roman Reigns is not going to be able to fight this group on his own. There's no better choice to back Roman Reigns than family. I think that's the message that Paul Heyman was trying to convey here. I don't think this really meant to do anything but plant seeds of doubt, weakening Jey Uso's mentality going into SummerSlam as he teams with Roman Reigns, and the history that Roman Reigns has had in the bloodline, leading his family, using his family. to hold the championship for 4 years. He's trying to imply that Roman is going to do that all over again. And Roman is not the tribal chief you think he is. He's still the manipulator and the abuser and the user that he was when we were all family. It's the only thing that I really could come up with here. Other than that, it didn't really make any sense. It was very long-winded. It didn't sound great as a Paul Heyman promo. Jey Uso, he was out of breath before he even said anything. This took up half an hour of the show, mixed with, obviously, we got a 10-bell salute, and we got a beautiful video package with Hulk Hogan again. Nick Bella was out there, and his wife, Bruce Pritchard, and the entire Monday Night Raw roster was out there. Very beautiful video package. That took up a good 7 minutes, and then this took 20. So before we even got the bell to ring for our first match, it was past 8:30. This did not need to go as long as it did. Paul Heyman saying what he said did not need to go as long as it did. This was one of the more long-winded Paul Heyman promos that I've heard in a while. Again, it didn't really do anything for me as far as my excitement for this tag team match at SummerSlam. What I am excited about is to see Bron Breakker and Roman Reigns mix it up at SummerSlam. That's the only aspect of this match that I'm genuinely interested in. A lot of people just wanted that match for SummerSlam, one-on-one. But we're getting this tag team match. Otherwise, Bronson Reed, who deserves a SummerSlam match, otherwise would not have one. And you can't leave Jey Uso off of a 2-night SummerSlam. Rikishi would not be pleased. This was very long-winded and didn't really do anything to get anyone excited about the tag team match on Saturday. Bell rings after the 8:30 hour. AJ Styles, Asuka, and Kairi Sane against Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, and Dominic Mysterio. We got a 6-person mixed tag team match here. This was basically selling AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio, which is on the SummerSlam card. AJ will challenge Dominic Mysterio to try to take the Intercontinental Championship away from the Judgment Day. I hope he does it. I don't think he will, but I hope he does it. And then Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, I do think that they need more of the momentum coming into SummerSlam than Alexa and Charlotte do. Because Alexa and Charlotte, still realistically, they are cohesive. They are teaming together. But it's not really all sunshine and rainbows with Alexa and Charlotte. They still don't really want to be a tag team, but it's out of convenience. They realize that together they are and can be successful, but they still don't like each other and they still don't trust each other. So this did exactly what it needed to do. Got the Judgment Day some momentum going into SummerSlam, and it gave us a little glimpse of AJ and Dominic Mysterio, which will take place this weekend for the Intercontinental Championship. So we got AJ and Dom chants during the commercial break. Kairi speared Roxanne Perez. She couldn't make a tag because Raquel Rodriguez jumped off her apron and walked around to the opposite side of the ring and yanked Asuka off the apron just right before Kairi made the hot tag. This was supposed to be something that we, the viewer at home, were not supposed to see, but the camera angle fucked it up. I vividly saw Raquel Rodriguez walk over there, and we even seen her in camera frame, and we even seen Asuka on the apron because she knew it was going to come. Asuka was sticking her leg out to kind of give Raquel the cue, pull my leg, pull my leg. So it didn't really come off as, oh, man, that's a great move. That's a great tag team move by Raquel Rodriguez. It was kind of telegraphed because the camera caught everything when we shouldn't have really seen anything. So she yanks Asuka off the apron. Kairi couldn't tag Styles Dominic blatantly got into the ring and he knocked Styles off the apron. This all happened right in front of the referee, by the way, so this got a little chaotic. Styles finally gets the hot tag after a little bit. He runs wild on Dominic. Crowd goes crazy. They really ate it up. Styles set up for a phenomenal forearm. Roxanne Perez stepped in front of Dom to save him. Uh-oh. Now, sure, they're a part of the Judgment Day and they are on the same team, but is there anything more to Roxanne trying to butter up Dominic Mysterio, saving him in this match from a phenomenal forearm? She did something that many people still can't do a little bit later on in the show. She's trying to butter up Dominic Mysterio. So she tries to save Dominic. Asuka and Kyrie assisted in taking out Perez. Styles assisted Kyrie, lifting her up over the top rope after a nice running start. Delivered a big kind of dive over the top rope that Michael Cole said it was an insane dive or an insane elbow-like dive. Styles jumps to the apron, finishes off Dominic Mysterio with the phenomenal forearm for the 1, 2, 3, and the babyfaces here. The Kabuki Warriors and AJ Styles defeat the Judgment Day and Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. I thought this was fun. You know, these matches don't really surprise anybody anymore. They are basically booked the same way. They feel the same way. Everybody chants, "This is awesome. This is awesome." There really isn't anything new or fresh about these matches. It's a very formulaic, very straightforward WWE tag team match. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. This was basically done to get everybody excited about AJ and Dominic at SummerSlam, being that Dominic has faked an injury with a doctor's note, and AJ has taken on the roles of a janitor and a chauffeur and a medic at ringside just to get his hands on Dominic Mysterio, which has been kind of entertaining, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to be nice to see Dominic get in the ring again. I do think fans are really taking to Dominic as of late, especially this year. His appearance in Mexico, at Arena Mexico, where WWE just had a super show, he fucking got a huge ovation. I mean, he was holding the IC title, I believe the AAA Mega Championship, after a post-match attack on Vikingo, I believe it was. One of those guys. I don't know if it was Vikingo or not, but crowd legitimately went berserk for Dominic Mysterio after he made a surprise appearance by ripping off a lucha mask and revealing himself down there at AAA. So, we got Dominic and AJ. I'm looking forward to it. And I don't think that AJ is going to win the championship. I'd like to see him win the championship because I firmly believe Dominic hasn't done much with the championship. But I'm just thinking, last time AJ was in France, he wrestled Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Crowd was fucking crazy. Crowd was crazy. I think if you do AJ and Dominic in a rematch after a fuck finish at SummerSlam at Clash in Paris, and AJ wins the title there, man, that's a moment. That's a moment. So I'm having AJ not win the championship at SummerSlam. I think Dom retains via some Judgment Day run-in. And then we get the rematch happening at Paris, and I think he takes the title in Paris. That's the way I would do it. That's the way I would do it. That's the way I would do it here. So we'll see what happens. AJ, Dominic, SummerSlam, and Raquel and Roxanne, they will defend the tag team championships against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I don't think Alexa Bliss and Charlotte should win the titles either. I think you also save that for Clash in Paris. I think that could also be another moments at Clash in Paris. I do think that through a loss, Charlotte and Alexa really get on the same page and finally trust each other to a point where they are finally a team. They're only a team out of convenience. I think we need to start selling that story first before we move on to them winning the tag team championship. So I do think that the Judgment Day will retain their gold at SummerSlam. That's my prediction. Jackie Redmond congratulated Sheamus on his win over Rusev. last week. He quoted Big E by saying it was an example of big, meaty men slapping meat. That got a laugh out of the crowd. Speaking of Big E, Sheamus' interview was interrupted by Grayson Waller and the New Day. Grayson Waller apparently thinks the New Day is backing him up. They don't know what this guy's talking about. Waller started talking to Sheamus, said he had the greatest tag team of all time watching his back. Both Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods gave him very confused looks as if they didn't know what he was talking about. An argument between the two led to a match being made. Waller turned around to realize that the New Day were not backing him up as he once thought. Sheamus and Grayson Waller, this match went 4 minutes. Sheamus basically squashed Grayson Waller. I don't know what it is with Grayson Waller. Does WWE even care at this point? WWE broke up Grayson Waller and Austin Theory after Austin Theory supposedly got injured, and they split the tag team up after months of doing absolutely nothing with them as a tag team. They didn't get a proper breakup on television. They wasted television time and backstage segments for months for it to lead nowhere. And he just says the tag team is over because Austin Theory is injured. Man, the creative department seems to be lacking. Who's booking this show? Is it Paul Levesque or is it Tony Khan? I can't tell anymore. Can't really tell anymore. This match went 4 minutes. Who cares? Sheamus and Rusev should actually be on the SummerSlam card. They are not. I'm still holding out hope that Sheamus and Rusev get one more match and then they come to an agreement that neither guy is better than the other and they form a tag team and they own the division. Big, meaty men slapping meat in the tag team division. Pause. I'm sorry. I got carried away, bro. There is meat on the grill, though, if anybody wants some nice tacos. Jesse is grilling some steak tacos for you at the taco truck. He's there right now. Closes in about 45 minutes, but make sure you guys go and get your tacos, man. They are delicious, from what I was told, right? It's 4 minutes. Sheamus popped up, hit a bro kick for an easy win. After the match, Rusev attacked Sheamus with a shillelagh and then applied the accolade. Fans in Detroit chanted, "We want Lana." No, nobody wants Lana. Rusev held the submission for a while. Officials finally got him to let go. And it looks like we are embarking on a third match between Sheamus and Rusev. Oh, yeah, there's corn today. There's street corn. Jesse's got corn back in stock, apparently. Keep it quiet, though. You know who may run over here from the other show. He wants his corn because he eats it the long way. Am I supposed to meet him over there at MetLife this weekend? I don't know. Is that still on? No? Okay. Great. Fantastic. Jackie Redmond interviewed Naomi about her upcoming title defense against Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY. Naomi said she could bring the brutality like Rhea and fly like IYO. Everyone in the division was passive-aggressive, but she was aggressive, and tonight's tag team match would be a cautionary tale. She did her evil laugh. Naomi's evil laugh, you know. And then she warned everybody to
proceed with caution.
We love Naomi. 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 We love Naomi's great. We got some words on Hulk Hogan. We got words from Logan Paul, AJ Styles, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, Jimmy Hart, Natalya, Jey Uso, The Miz, and Cody Rhodes. You believe Cody Rhodes was, fans were trying to cancel Cody Rhodes after what he said on Friday Night SmackDown? People have lost their mind. Lost their mind, bro. It's crazy. I never seen such a divided community after the death of the greatest and most popular, biggest pro wrestler of all time. It's crazy. Michael Cole, he announced the net proceeds from Hogan's merchandise sales will be donated to his family, as they should. WWE also told us tonight, and I was unfortunately not lucky enough to get one, the LJN 1980s figures are being remade. WWE has Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, John Cena, and Logan Paul as the first four, which are right now up for pre-order at Target, exclusively sold at Target. But the problem is, after WWE made this announcement, bots and scalpers scalped Target for fucking toys. And yours truly was not able to get one. I very much wanted the John Cena and the Hulk Hogan ones. They're going for $24.99 a pop. I used to have them when I was little. I used to have many of them when I was little. And now I'm not going to be able to get it until October when they officially release. Fucking ridiculous. Heyman. He's backstage. He told Bronson Reed that Jey Uso thinks they're just a group without a leader. Braun Breaker stepped in and said, they have a leader now. Who exactly is the leader? Is Braun Breaker now stepping up as the leader of this group? I'm not sure Seth Rollins will appreciate that. Breaker told Reed to take out Jey with the tsunami tonight, and they could take control of WWE after Raw tonight. Reed was obviously on board. After Reed left to go get ready for his match, Breaker told Heyman he has a plan. Great. I guess he is thinking he is the leader. Lyra Valkyria. We love Lyra. Lyra's great, isn't she? Very, very good in the ring. Has great matches. A workhorse is Lyra Valkyria. Her promo ability, though, not so much. Whatever the opposite of workhorse is, whatever the opposite of good is the way we describe Lyra's promo, especially this one tonight. This was not good at all. I don't know what had happened, but it certainly felt like Lyra was struggling to memorize her lines tonight via this promo. She comes out. She's in the ring. She's looking all cute. Got new shoes on. She's got big shoes on. She calls these shoes her Becky Stompers. She got zero reaction for her Becky Stomper shoes, which were blue, and they were elevated shoes, lifts. She then misspoke and said she would be standing here in 2 weeks. What's happening in 2 weeks, Lyra? 2 weeks is happening, and what's happening in 2 weeks? She clearly misspoke. She then corrected herself to say 1 week. She thought that this week was last week. I guess she thought that she was back on Monday Night Raw from last week. She would be standing there in 2 weeks and then corrected herself to say 1 week as Women's Intercontinental Champion. Yes, she will. On Monday, she will be the Intercontinental Champion come Monday Night Raw. That is my prediction. She acknowledged that maybe she would fail and wouldn't be standing there at all because Becky Lynch would have to beat her into the ground to walk out as the champion. Lyra knew Lynch didn't like to play by the rules, which was the reason she won the title in the first place. Lyra was happy to play it Becky Lynch's way. Becky Lynch, by the way, had a very small role in Happy Gilmore 2. She played on the Maxi golf team, the villains in the new Happy Gilmore 2 movie. She played as a female golfer, Becky Lynch. MJF had more of a role than Becky Lynch in the movie. Supposedly Nikki Bella was in the movie too, but I didn't really see Nikki Bella in the movie. I heard that Nikki Bella's scene got cut. I don't know what, maybe she was a cheerleader? I don't know. Lyra said she's not playing into Becky Lynch's hand because she knew exactly what Becky Lynch was capable of, but Becky Lynch didn't know what Lyra was capable of. Well, clearly we know what she's capable of. She can't cut a promo. Lyra was prepared to go to a place she had never gone before. Becky Lynch's music hit. Lyra turns her attention to the stage. Nobody came out. Lyra quickly realized what was going on. She turned around, and Lyra ran and hit a baseball slide on Becky Lynch on the opposite side of the ring. Becky Lynch had a kendo stick. Lyra fought her off and smashed the kendo stick against Becky Lynch several times until Becky Lynch eventually bailed. This was not good, folks. This was not good. Though I'm excited about the match, because the last couple matches that Becky and Lyra had, including the triple threat match at Evolution a couple of weeks ago, was excellent. Every match that Becky and Lyra have had have been great. I'm not expecting anything less than great. But this did not do Lyra good. This was very bad. And this is something that we've praised Lyra on a little bit in the weeks prior, going into Evolution, going into Money in the Bank. We start to see a little bit more of her personality. We start to see that bubbly, that Irish charisma that she has. And she's been doing fairly decent for herself. She's gotten a little angry at times, which kind of made me say, all right, she does have some of that in her. Tonight was not it. Everybody's going to have an off night. Tonight was clearly an off night for Lyra. She struggled to remember what she wanted to say after she showed off her shoes and started dancing around and doing the Irish jig that Becky used to do when she first introduced herself to the NXT Black and Gold audience. That's when the promo went downhill. We don't need to hear any more of that at all. So I'm excited for the match. This segment did not get me any more excited, as I felt like this was a complete miss. Sami Zayn. He had to sit down with Corey Graves. Zayn wanted to be done with Karrion Kross. Well, WWE may be done with Karrion Kross sooner rather than later. I got news on that in a little bit. He wants to be done with Karrion Kross. Kross was getting in the way of achieving his goal. He wants to be a world heavyweight champion. Kross and Scarlett then interrupt and tell Corey Graves to beat it. Karrion Kross sits in Corey Graves' seat. Kross says he had every intention of attacking Sami Zayn right here with a steel rod. But he realized if he did that, Zayn wouldn't make it to SummerSlam if he did, and that would not be good for Karrion Kross, as he very much wants to be on SummerSlam. Everybody Kross has dealt with so far has wound up showing their true colors, except for Sami Zayn. And that was starting to piss him off. When Kross beats him at SummerSlam, he wants to hear Sami say, Kross told the truth. Then they would go their separate ways. Kross said Zayn was no better than him. Zayn says he wasn't sure what Kross wanted. If Kross did win, Zayn was willing to say whatever Karrion Kross wanted him to say. Zayn wanted Kross to know he was wrong about him, and maybe Kross was wrong about himself. Zayn says he would beat Kross at SummerSlam, and when he does, he wants to hear Kross say he was wrong to Sami Zayn. Kind of mirroring what Aleister Black and the Velveteen Dream did on NXT Black and Gold, where Velveteen, all he wanted Black to do was say his name. Say my name. Say Velveteen Dream. And they had a banger match when they did at TakeOver. And what did Aleister do? He said his name. He said his name. It's basically what we got here, but he's not saying Sami's name. Sami's not saying Kross's name. He wants Zayn to say Kross told the truth. Sami wants Kross to admit he was wrong when he beats him at SummerSlam. I'm still sticking to my guns here. I think Sami wins. I think Kross goes bye-bye, and I think Sami starts to be built up as a credible threat for the World's Heavyweight Championship, and he wins the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia in 2026. It's my prediction. Sticking with it. As far as Kross's contract, we got news on Kross's contract from Fightful. They indicate that he has not signed a new deal with the company yet. We are nearing expiration time. According to the report, Kross's current contract is set to expire in August. SummerSlam could be his last match in WWE. The report from Fightful states that they have spoken to numerous talent in wrestling who have asked about Kross and his contract situation. Those that Fightful have spoken to say Kross claims to them that no new deal has been signed and that his deal is still up in August as of now, the report reads. I remember when Karrion Kross talked about his contract situation a little bit earlier in the year. He was very upset that somehow that news got out and it was leaked. He was very upset about that personal contract situation getting out there in the dirt sheets, in the rumor mill, and people were running with it. Now, I don't know if something was done to change that with this reports. Who knows if he signed the contract and is keeping it hush-hush? Who knows if he signed the contract and he's just out there telling people that my contract is up in August. And that's all we know. Who knows? He was very upset about it, though. This information has been consistent from multiple sources, says Fightful. The report adds that as of last week, Kross had told those who asked that he and his wife, Scarlett, had not been approached for a new deal yet. Fightful noted that they have spoken to at least 6 contacts within the wrestling industry who all received the same response from either Kross or Scarlett. They could very well be no-selling it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Like I said, they were very upset that their contract information was being run with as news when they didn't want it to be. So they could be fucking with everybody now, and he has already signed the new deal, but not telling anybody. Even while Kross is reportedly telling people that no deal is in place, his presentation on WWE television sends a conflicting message. He's regularly featured on WWE programming, including Night of Champions. WWE just released new merchandise for him, and he's on the SummerSlam card with Sami Zayn. These are usually indications that a deal is either done or expected to be done, the report notes, highlighting the puzzling nature of this situation. Internally, WWE said to be keeping the matter very quiet. Again, he could have signed the new deal, and he could have told everybody, let's keep this between us. I don't want my personal shit out there. I want to keep running with it as some sort of mystery and keep the marks guessing. The Fightful report concludes that they don't expect Kross to spill the beans too much of anyone or to anyone regarding his deal until the time is right, suggesting that a deal could be in place and Kross is simply keeping it under wraps. There you go. If he leaves WWE, I don't know where he ends up. He's killing on the indies. I don't think a stint in AEW is going to be beneficial for him. I don't. I think that would absolutely fucking kill all of his momentum. They got more than a fair share of problems over there. I would not put my faith and my career in the hands of Tony Khan. I would not. At that point, you're just fucking asking for trouble. And you're asking for bad news. So I do think that Kross is staying with WWE. I do think that he signed a new deal. And I do think that he's asking those close to the situation to keep it as secretive as possible. I think he is staying with the WWE. Bayley. Jackie Rudman interviewed Bayley, who was very saddened. She was very down in the dumps, was Bayley. She said she lost her chance at the IC title and tag team titles, did not wrestle at WrestleMania, and wouldn't have a match at SummerSlam. She was at a loss for words. Now, I'm predicting Bianca Belair turns heel at SummerSlam and fucks over Jade Cargill. I think it would be a colossal mistake for Jade Cargill to beat Tiffany Stratton and become the WWE Women's Champion. I don't think the world is ready for that. I don't think WWE is ready for that. And most importantly, I don't think Jade is ready for that. I do think that Bayley is definitely teasing a heel turn. I do. I think Bayley could use a heel turn. We can't turn everybody heel. But Monday Night Raw needs some top heels. Monday Night Raw already has Naomi at the top of the card as their top heel, doing great work. Becky Lynch has been tremendous this year in the middle of the pack with the IC title as a heel. If you have Becky, Naomi, and Bayley as your top three heels on the show, I think we're cooking with some gas. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a thing at SummerSlam, but she clearly doesn't have a shot to get on the show, and she doesn't have a match. So what are we doing with Bayley? Is she undergoing some sort of presentation change? Is she undergoing a character change? I don't know. I think she could definitely use a heel turn as well. But again, you can't turn everyone heel. It's not the answer to everybody's problems. We'll see. SummerSlam, by the way, will be starting at 6 p.m., 3 p.m. Pacific time. The countdown show is 3 hours long. WWE does not do any matches on these countdown shows. And it's just going to be interviews and sit-down correspondence and analysis for 3 hours. I don't know what I will be doing yet as far as a meet and greet. American Dream Mall seems like the likely destination. Saturday afternoon, maybe 1 p.m. I'm thinking Yard House, possibly. Maybe. I have to call and see if there's any spots. Let me know if that sounds like a good idea. If you guys are, in fact, attending SummerSlam. 8-woman tag team match. This was not for fictional monies. This was not labeled as an all-star tag team match, even though if it was labeled, it would make sense. Naomi, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, and Alba Fire, the Secret Hervice, who are SmackDown talents, against Rhea Ripley, IYO SKY, Stephanie Vaquer, and Nikki Bella. What a team that is, huh? 8-woman tag team match here. This was basically done to get the issues between Chelsea and the Secret Hervice with Stephanie and Nikki Bella. We got Rhea and IYO. Can they coexist? We got Naomi against Rhea Ripley and IYO. So we got a little bit of everything here. Everything that's been happening for the last few weeks basically was on display here for this tag team match. Nikki was in control until Alba made a blunt tag, hit her with a super kick. We go to a commercial break, come back from the break, and Nikki Bella makes a hot tag. IYO gets the hot tag. She was cut off after a distraction from Naomi. Heels took over. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green took turns hitting moves on IYO. So Stephanie and Nikki broke up a cover from the Secret Hervice. Rhea Ripley tried getting involved, but Naomi shoved her into the steel steps very violently, mind you. Looked great. Stephanie gets the hot tag. She laid out everybody on the opposite team. All the ladies laid out against each turnbuckle. Stephanie handed out running knee strikes or meteoras to everybody, except Naomi. Naomi managed to block it. Stephanie caught her with a dragon screw, and she then applies the Devil's Kiss to Chelsea Green. Now, the chat, I saw something in regards to the chat earlier. Sidro, I need confirmation, my friend, Did Stephanie Vaquer break the internet tonight with yet another photo? With whom did she break the internet with? Was it Rhea Ripley? Was it IYO SKY? Was it Nikki Bella? Or was it all four of them? And must I go search this immediately? Is what I need to know. So let me know in the chat. Devil's Kiss on Chelsea. Nikki gave Alba a Bella Buster. She then stared down Naomi, who was about to get in the ring. Naomi said, fuck this shit. She grabbed her belt, began to leave. IYO stopped her and threw her into the ring. Nikki and IYO laid out Naomi. Nikki and IYO did Sky's pose. Niven laid out Nikki with a double clothesline. Or Nikki and IYO with a double clothesline. And did Sky's pose too. That got a pop. Ripley gave Niven a riptide. Chelsea slapped Ripley, so Ripley got in her face until Green backed into Vaquer, who hit the SVB for the 1, 2, 3. Not a fan of the SVB, but we need go Google it. Are you guys gonna really? You guys are gonna really use my gimmick against me? I gotta go Google it. Where is the photo? Where is the photo? Is it on Instagram? Should we go to Instagram right now? Let's see what we got going on here. Let's look up Stephanie Vaquer. I don't see anything on Instagram. Is it on Twitter? You guys are fibbing me, right? You guys are fucking with me, right? Okay. I see how you guys care about me. I see how you guys care about me, man. Now I gotta go look at her fucking Twitter. I don't know. Well, there it is. Bro. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is, man. There it is. There you go. There you go. There you go. We see it. We see it. Mommy and Mamacita. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. And she looks good without makeup on, bro. I got to say. It's a WrestleMania match right there, folks. It's a WrestleMania match right there. You're getting a tease right there. This was fun. This was an all-star tag team match, Tony. You fucking mark. How many of you guys seen that fucking poor excuse from Tony Schiavone, man? At least they did something, right? Yeah, great. Looked like he had pain all over his face to even mention the words Hulk Hogan live on commentary on Collision. But at least they did something, right? They got no problem fucking shouting out Sabu after all the profanities that Sabu said publicly on social media. They got no problems putting the fucking Briscoes on TV after all the problems that they fucking caused and the reason why they couldn't be on fucking TV, right? Great. Fantastic. Stephanie, Rhea, IYO, and Nikki win in 15 minutes. Judgment Day were not in a good mood backstage after losing their mixed tag team match. Finn Bálor tried to cheer them up by pointing out they have all the gold, despite Liv Morgan not being there. Dominic asked him if he wanted them at ringside. Bálor said, no, chill backstage, play some video games. Play some video games. Play WWE 2K25. It's on sale now for like 40% off. You fucking geeks who bought it at release date. How do you feel about that now, huh? Perez then turns around and hands Dominic a brand new Nintendo Switch 2. Roxanne has some magical powers. Every store I go to, there's no Nintendo Switches. I see games, but I don't see any peripherals. I don't see any systems. Roxanne got Dominic a new Nintendo Switch 2. And she suggested that they play WWE 2K25 together. Rodriguez was annoyed and reminded Dom, you know who also likes WWE 2K25? Liv. And then Dominic's like, oh yeah, we should call her. We should call her, see how she's doing. Is Dominic becoming googly-eyed with Roxanne Perez? I mean, it's not difficult to see why, but he better be careful. He better be careful. Backstage, IYO told Rhea that she has never beaten her and that she never will. Ripley said, we'll see. I would not have Rhea beat IYO. Not yet. That's a story in itself. I think Naomi walks out the champion and retains the title. World Tag Team Championship match, Finn Bálor and J.D. McBeast against Joaquin, Wilde, and Cruz del Toro. This was fun. These Judgment Day tag team matches are always good. McDonagh's great. Balor's great. This was a little weird, though. We got a very weird outside interference here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Joaquin Wilde hits a big dive. We go into a commercial break. We'll pick it up after the commercial break. Judgment Day took control during the break. Del Toro makes a tag. Crowd couldn't give a single shit. He hits McDonagh with a coast-to-coast, and that actually woke the crowd up in Detroit. Well, gee, if you featured them as a fucking tag team a little bit more often, maybe they'd actually be over. He hits a beautiful coast-to-coast. Joaquin Wilde and Del Toro each hit suicide dives onto the Judgment Day. Wilde hit Bálor with a moonsault. Del Toro followed with a Phoenix Splash, which looked good, but not as crisp as Nathan Frazier on SmackDown. McDonagh broke the cover up. All of a sudden, we get El Grande Americano. Ludwig Kaiser. That silly son of a bitch. He's out there, ran out, and hit the apron to distract Del Toro. Dragon Lee ran out. He brawls with Americano, and they brawl to the back. Bálor used this distraction to put Del Toro in a small package and try to steal a victory with a flash pin. It didn't work as he kicked out of the two. Del Toro gets up. He super kicked Bálor, kicked McDonagh off the apron. Wilde took out McDonagh with a crazy flip dive over the top rope. Del Toro went up top. He was tripped up by another masked luchador. He was dressed as Chad Gable, but it wasn't Chad Gable. I have no idea who this is. I don't know why they decided to add another mystery luchador to this storyline, as if we don't have enough. The referee had no knowledge of anything going on here. He ran off. Bálor hit Del Toro with the coup de grace, and the Judgment Day retained thanks to an assist from an unnamed luchador who jumped the barricade and ran away. Now, word on the street is that this is Pete Dunne in a mask. I didn't really get a good glimpse, but we got Kaiser and then Pete Dunne playing luchadors. Knowing this administration and knowing how this creative has operated this year, I would not be surprised. But that was not Chad Gable, and that was someone else. It wasn't El Grande Americano. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's almost as if they're multiplying. This reminds me of Doink and Dink. Remember Doink the Clown? When he came out with Dink, his little fucking miniature sidekick? This is what we're getting, man. We're getting Doink and Dink the Clown in 2025 with El Grande Americano and, I guess, Vente Americano. Ludwig Kaiser could play Vente Americano. He's the taller of the two. And then we can get tall Americano. Why don't we get all fucking three of them? We could get tall Americano. We could get Grande Americano. We could get Vente Americano. In some markets, they have a Trenta Americano. They have an extra size bigger than Vente. What the fuck are we doing, bro? What are we doing here? I don't know. Who is it? I have no clue. Bálor and McDonagh retain the tag team titles. I'm assuming that the LWO are going to get a rematch. Gunther and CM Punk. Gunther walks in. He's got fancy suit on, black t-shirt, gold belt around his waist. Guy looks like a fucking winner. Gunther looks like a winner, bro. He's in the ring, microphone in hand. He says, last week was a clean victory for him because he went toe-to-toe on the microphone with supposedly the best talker in the world. The best promo in the business, CM Punk. Gunther told him to his face what would happen at SummerSlam and left the voice of the voiceless speechless. He made Punk understand that he does not deserve to call himself the best in the world and will never be a world champion. Most of all, he made Punk shut the hell up. Punk comes on out. He's got new merchandise on. Fans are singing his song in Detroit. Looking good is CM Punk. He gets into the ring. And we got this week what we should have got last week with these two. Punk said he wasn't speechless last week. He was dumbfounded. Not by what Gunther said, however. While standing across the ring from someone as great as Gunther, it dawned on him that he doesn't want to be world's heavyweight champion. I need to be the world heavyweight champion. Punk fired up and says he needed to be champion like he needed air in his lungs. And he needed to be the champion just like a heart needed blood to pump to the heart and through his veins. He needed to be a champion like the Red Wings needed a 12th Stanley Cup. He didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he didn't do drugs, but he understood addiction. This place was his addiction. He needed to raise the title over his head as a thank you to the fans who chanted his name for 10 years. CM Punk chants rang out. 15,000 large in Detroit. Punk says he doesn't deserve to call himself the best in the world. He earned the right to call himself the best in the world. He also earned the right to be arrogant about it. Gunther was as arrogant as him, but he couldn't back it up. Punk left a pile of bodies behind him, including Hall of Famers and legends that Gunther could only dream of. Gunther told Punk, shut up. Punk cut him off and put his hand right over his microphone. There's levels to this, kid. Now, Gunther, how old is Gunther, chat? Let's look it up. I'll beat you to the punch before I see it scroll. Gunther age. Gunther is 37 years old. I don't constitute as Gunther being 37 years old as kid. Gunther is anything but a kid, bro. There's levels to this, kid. Punk would teach him at SummerSlam that he was not on his level. Punk planned on leaving Saturday as the World Heavyweight Champion. At least Gunther would know what it's like to share the ring with the one and only best in the world. This was a great promo. This was a great promo by CM Punk. That's it. I don't know what else needs to be said. There really is no volatility. There's no tension between the two outside. Punk wants the championship. Gunther will do anything to keep it. That's the story. That's it. Punk won a gauntlet match, and that's the story. There is no story to this. This is just a continuation of Punk's story. The reason why he's here not to make friends. He's here for a big payday, and he's here to win championships. And Gunther will do anything to maintain being a champion, as 80% of his career has been a champion in WWE. I do think that Rollins will cash in here. I don't see Punk beating Gunther, and I don't see Gunther beating Punk. I don't. Clean. This is not going to be a straight one-on-one match where we get a winner and a loser. I think Rollins is going to interfere here because if you guys remember what Rollins has vowed, as long as they are on the same brand and as long as there is breath in Rollins' lungs, as long as he is alive, CM Punk will never be a world champion as long as he has breath and life in his lungs. That's it. So I do think that he's cashing in on Saturday. I do. Now, Rollins could cash in on Cody and Cena, and they could just fucking blow everything up. But why would they take the most over faction right now in the company, their biggest project in the company, to move them over to Friday Night SmackDown when basically everybody that has a problem with this group is on Monday night? Reigns, Uso, there's a rumor that Jimmy Uso could be moved over to Raw to battle in this storyline. Punk, Sami Zayn. Why would they move Rollins over to SmackDown and have him cash in on the WWE title? Doesn't make sense. That means you have to move half the fucking Raw roster over to SmackDown just to continue the storyline that they've been building since WrestleMania. That don't make any sense. That's my prediction. I think Rollins walks out, makes it a triple threat. I think everything that we've seen is a work. There might have been a minor injury, and they're playing it off as a big one, only for him to come back, cash in, make it a triple threat, and pin Punk to win the World's Heavyweight Championship. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm already telling you the War Games teams. Probably. I'm going with Rollins walking out as the World's Heavyweight Champion. They need a major talking point going into night 2. There's no bigger one than that. The announcers ran down the full SummerSlam card. Sunday is basically an Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Overloaded with gimmick matches. Cage match, TLC match, street fight, and a no DQ match. Plus there's a triple threat match, which is technically a no DQ match. So it's basically SummerSlam Extreme Rules edition. Main event. Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. Now, according to The Observer, take this with a grain of salt. This was supposed to be a SummerSlam match. I don't know why this would be a SummerSlam match. The tag team match is the best direction for everybody involved. Don't know why they would have even thought that this would have been a suitable SummerSlam match. Bell rings. Jey Uso got some early offense. Reed tried his best to block it. Go into a commercial break. Jey avoids a senton coming back from the break. Right hands, super kick, suicide dive by Yeet Man. Braun Breaker sprinted out. And basically, the match was not really a match. It was only a backdrop for what happened afterwards. He sprinted down the aisle after Uso's dive and speared Jey Uso in half. Crowd chanted for the OTC. 1. Heels attack Jey until Roman Reigns comes out. No sense of urgency. Comes out, just strolls out there. He's admiring the crowd and he's listening to his theme. Heels attack Jey until Roman Reigns comes out. Reigns knocked Breaker out of the ring, but couldn't get Reed up for a Samoan drop. That's a big boy right there. Reigns avoided his charge. Reed went shoulder first into the ring post. Reigns helped Jey to his feet. Jey super kicked Breaker off the apron. Reed eats a Superman punch from Roman Reigns. Reigns and Jey stepped out of the ring and went for running spears, but Breaker cut Reigns down with a spear while Reed knocked Jey down with a body block. Both of these things happened simultaneously, and they almost missed it. Breaker speared Jey in the ring. Reed followed with a tsunami off the top to Jey Uso. Bron Breakker then noticed Reigns getting to his feet. He flew off the apron and clotheslined Reigns over the announce desk. Breaker tossed Reigns into the ring. Reed delivered a tsunami to Roman Reigns. Breaker stood above Reigns and told him everything around here was his now. The ring is his ring. The ropes, they're my ropes. The cameraman, that's my cameraman. These fans, the fat asses in the arena, they are all his. He called 15,000 people in Detroit fat asses, just like his uncle. This was great. Reigns and Jey found themselves near the barricade trying to get themselves together. And in typical WWE fashion, Bron Breakker ran around the ring 25 miles an hour like he's a fucking T-Rex in Jurassic Park and speared both Roman Reigns and Jey Uso through the barricade. And he speared them both down. He gets up. Bronson Reed removed Roman Reigns' Jordans and then said, "These belong to me now." Breakker and Reed, holding Reigns' shoes, is Reed, stood tall with Heyman in the ring as the show went off the air. So the match, I mean, they advertised this as the main event, which basically was nothing. Match went 7 minutes. Nothing to really divulge and analyze. It was all about the post-match attack. This was a go-home angle to give them as much heat as possible going into the pay-per-view, and they succeeded. With the spotlight and the exclamation point being on Bron Breakker. Now, like I said in the beginning of this podcast tonight, WWE's got one job. WWE's got one job. Why did Bronson Reed kiss the shoes? Maybe he's a fan of Michael Jordan. I have no fucking clue. You think Roman Reigns is wearing dirty sneakers out there? You could probably eat a fucking 3-course meal on those shoes, how clean they were. He's probably a fan of Michael Jordan. WWE's got one job to do on Saturday, which I do believe this tag team match is opening the show. Reigns either opens or closes the show. This faction, the Vanguard, whatever the fuck their name is, they need to win. Reigns could look strong in the match, and him and Breakker could have a colossal stare down. Reigns can do whatever he needs to do to Bronson Reed. At the end of that match, Bron Breakker needs to spear Roman Reigns and pin Roman Reigns 1, 2, 3. Do I think that is going to happen? No, I don't. I think WWE is going to rest on their laurels. I think WWE is going to do the one thing that they always do and play it safe. Now, we can't put the kid over yet. It's not his time yet. We're going to give him this tag team match, and we'll give him the one-on-one match further down the line whenever Reigns comes back, and then we'll give him that match. Maybe we'll have him pin him in War Games. Instead of building him now. Instead of making him the star now. What if Rollins is really hurt? What if Rollins is going to be out for 5 months, 6 months? You want your leader in Bron Breakker to be a chump? You want your leader in Bron Breakker to be a loser? You ride the hot hand. Roman Reigns is going off to film Street Fighter. He's got a role in the movie as Akuma. He's going to be out the rest of the month. He's not going to be in Paris, more than likely. He may. I don't know how long this role is going to take time away from Roman Reigns on WWE TV. He could miss Paris. He could be back by Paris. I don't fucking know. But in the interim, he's going away to film a movie. Do you know who's not? Do you know who's going to be on TV? Bron Breakker. It would be in WWE's best interest to build his star even furthermore. Bron Breakker spears Reigns. Bron Breakker pins Reigns at SummerSlam, and we get the party started the right way. Reigns takes nothing from being speared by Bron Breakker. He is immune. The man is impervious to this loss. Everybody looks at Bron Breakker as legit. He's the legit badass, they call him. So why wouldn't the legit badass beat Roman Reigns? I don't really understand it. It's such it rolls off the tongue. It's such an easy decision to make. The young kid beats the face of the company. And then we move on. WWE didn't really do anything to get you excited outside of this one segment tonight. This was largely a thumbs down show. Very unenthusiastic show tonight. SummerSlam is going to be big. It's 2 nights. I don't know how it cannot be big. I will be covering it all for you guys this weekend. It's going to be a lot. We're going to have fun with it. Monday Night Raw did not really do anything to enhance the excitement of SummerSlam. Thank you guys very much for all your support. Appreciate you very much. We had 2,200 people in here on a Monday night. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all of the content on the channel. We covered the death of Hulk Hogan this weekend. We did so on Thursday. More on Friday, which I thought was better than what we did on Thursday. Go check all that out. It's all on the homepage. We were live for SmackDown, Dynamite, Tuesday Night Titans last week, Monday Night Raw. Everything you guys need is on the homepage, so go check out all the content. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Please hit the thumbs up. We need 100 more likes for 750 likes. We're not hitting 1,000 likes tonight. If you guys want to hit the thumbs up, it's one of the best ways to support what I do here. If you have not done so, please do so. Hit the thumbs up. Helps me out tremendously. Leave a comment down below as well. Let me know what you think of SummerSlam this year. Is it a SummerSlam or a Summer Scam? And tonight's sponsor is Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout. All you got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Please make sure you guys go and check them out. Always a great friend of the show is Blue Chew. We got some new sponsors coming up in August. Can't wait. Got some new sponsors to the OTS family. And Super Chats are open. They will remain open. Get them on in. The very best way to support the show here. Best in the world, Matt, with a $5 Super Chat. After seeing Grande Americano in AAA over the weekend, taking over that gimmick is the best thing that could have happened to Ludwig Kaiser. It's either that or not get used. So I think he should be counting his blessings. It spares his job from being lost. Tone VC with 29 months. Cheers, JD. OTS for life. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. Also with a $5 Super Chat, do you like Cataclysm? My friend's dad got me into them. They're all right, bro. Very generic to me. Very generic. And they've gone... they've undergone a lot of lineup changes, bro. So I couldn't tell you who the lineup is now. Not really big into them as far as the death metal music is concerned. Hanno with a $4.99. I wonder how they convinced Punk to stand on stage even though he hates Hogan. He didn't even do a post about him. Where's the IWC outrage? I don't know. Nobody's going to tell Punk what to do, bro. No, nobody's going to tell Punk what to do. Punk is not running a multi-million-dollar company. Tony Khan is running a multi-million-dollar company. His business should acknowledge Hulk Hogan's contribution to the pro wrestling business, as most of the locker room was probably friends with Hulk Hogan and were inspired by Hulk Hogan. Punk doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't work for anybody with WWE. He does what WWE asks, and he stood on stage to honor Hulk Hogan. Havili, 7 months. Shout out from Brisbane, Australia. Any chance of WWE giving us the Bella Twins and Stephanie versus Chelsea and the secret Hervice? Favorite chocolate? I like dark chocolate, Havili. Doesn't look like Brie Bella is on her way to WWE. She used the absolutely lame excuse of, well, I don't think I'm allowed in WWE because my husband works for the rival promotion. But Rhea Ripley's husband works for the rival promotion too. You don't see Rhea's standing in trouble. What about Mia Yim? She gets TV time every week. Her husband works for the rival promotion as well. Zelina Vega's husband worked for the rival promotion for 4 years. I don't know. Brie wants to cast blame on WWE instead of casting blame on anybody else. It's basically her sticking by her husband. That's what it is. Thank you, Havili. Michelle with a 2. Raw did not make me feel hyped for SummerSlam. No, it did not. Also, Michelle, can Seth really be Raw's top guy with Roman around? Well, Roman's not going to be around. He's going to film a movie in Australia after SummerSlam. Zeno Zero with a $10 super chat. They took the man's Jordans. Oh no, we're sliding for Roman. JD, I need you to tsunami the dark horse onto Bronson Reed. Bro, I think if I slammed the dark horse into Bronson Reed, man, it would total the car. And I would be out of a dark horse. Cornell with a $4.99. Hey, yo. What happened to Punk vs. Gunther being night one main event? Can't blame Dwayne for this one. Who said Punk and Gunther's not the main event for night one? Did they say that Punk and Gunther is not the main event? I must have missed that. No Mario Kart tonight, guys. I'm still not feeling up to it. Haven't been myself the last few weeks, man. I'm just not up to it. We'll be bringing it back, just not tonight. Punk and Gunther are main eventing night one. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed are opening night one. Sidro with a $10 super chat. Your vet won't tell you this, but if your dog is running a fever, get some mustard. It's the best thing for a hot dog. And if the number 666 is evil, then 25.806 975-8011 is the roots of all evil. Hashtag Vegas bound on Thursday. What are you doing in Vegas, bro? You going to party without me in Vegas? Oh, by the way, Drew McIntyre is not missing SummerSlam, bro. Drew McIntyre, I think the story was that he forgot his passport. Simple fix of WWE mailing it to him wherever he is, and then he boards a plane and he gets back in time for SummerSlam. I won't be surprised if he's on Friday Night SmackDown. Drew's going to be a heel. He's going to heel it up, and he's going to play it up for all the fucking marks on social media. He's not missing SummerSlam. $250,000 tournament for Street Fighter 6 and gambling on blackjack. Wow. Who's your Street Fighter guy, bro? Don't tell me you're one of them Vega guys. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. How you beat the bricks off somebody and take their shoes? Laughing my ass off. OTS for life, brother. Yeah. Sidro with a $5 super chat. If one door closes and another opens, your house is haunted and you need to run. Why couldn't the jalapeno practice archery? Because it didn't habanero. The habanero. Oh, man. Oh man, this guy is using a new character that I don't know, Kimberly. Oh God. Let me see you win the tournament with fucking Balrog, bro. That'll be something. Riley with a $4.99. The El Grande Americano multiverse might be upon us, I fear. Well, we got Tall Americano, we got Grande Americano, we need Venti Americano, and Trenta Americano. And then maybe we could get Iced Americano. I don't know. Sidro with a $2 super chat. Why did the clam leave the nightclub? Because he pulled a muscle. Balrog is in a Street Fighter 6. Well, good. Who played as Balrog anyway? That's another one, man. Let me see you win the tournament with E Honda, bro. Or Dalsim. Sidro with a $5 super chat. Build a man of fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. Fire Marshal Bill. Triple M with a $5 super chat. I wanted to go bungee jumping, but I would have fallen. What do you say when a hunter sticks a hand cannon in your thigh? Wow, that's a thorn in my side. Not your best, Triple M. Zero Kaiba with 39 months. Raw was so bad tonight. I'm just ready for SummerSlam. This build has been shit. Also, I want to say I love Lyra, but her promo skills are awful. Yeah, her promo is not good, man. And tonight was not good. Best in the world, Matt, with a $5 super chat. Rest in peace to Baseball Hall of Famer and Chicago Cubs legend Ryan Sandberg. Sad day for us Cubs fans, for sure. How old was he? How old was Ryan Sandberg, bro? What was wrong with him? He was ill. Man, they're dropping like flies. It's fucking sad, bro. Now, I don't think there's such a thing on the menu as pumpkin spice Americano, bro. No. Oh, come on now. 65 years old, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Oh, man. Best in the world, Matt, with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Quartz with a $1.99. Punk, generic, best in the world promo is stale as fuck. Bro, what do you want him to work with, man? They gave him a gauntlet. He won the gauntlet. They got to sell us on a title match with 2 weeks to go. Captain Solo with a 5. LA Knight has Dana Brooks' old job in catering, professional napkin folder, and silverware setter. Bro, LA Knight is one of the most over guys in the company, man. He's not in catering. Street Fighter 88 with a $20 super chat. Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley selfie broke the internet today. Oh my goodness. Bro, Stephanie breaks the internet anytime she posts a picture, bro. The woman is like perfection. Hurricane. This is a $25 super chat. Ricardo Linnell. CM Punk proved tonight Why he's still the best in the world in that ring, on that microphone, and even on commentary. Bravo. Oh, man. Ricardo, thank you, brother. Appreciate your support, brother. We need 40 more likes for 750, guys. If you guys are in the chat, have not hit the thumbs up yet, I would really appreciate the 750 likes. I thought we had a great stream tonight. Philuminati with a 5. You're right about losing Hulk. It still doesn't even feel real. His death hits just as hard as Eddie's and Bray for me. Yeah, it's weird, man. Even, watching on Netflix, we see the Real American Beer commercials where he's standing behind Mount Rushmore and he's opening up the beer and he's posing. That don't even feel real, bro. Doug with a 499. What's your opinion on intergender matches? Do you think a woman could ever hold the men's world title like TNA did with Tessa Blanchard, Rhea, Tiffany, Io? No. No. I do not like intergender matches. On the indies, for an indie mud show promotion, sure. No. Butterscotch with a 21 months. The world lost another legend tonight. Rest in peace, Ryan Sandberg. What a horrible week, man. It's been a horrible month, bro. Never mind a fucking week. Great work, JDOTS for life, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I don't know. We have over 1,800 people still in here, man. I don't know why 1,000 likes is, like, unattainable. All you got to do is move the mouse over to the little blue arrow and, boop, hit the thumbs up. That's all you got to do. It's magic. Major Motions with a 199. Lyra's horrible. Zero charisma. Sorry, not sorry, man. I think Lyra is low-key beautiful, bro. Her promo is not good, but everything else is right by me. Sidro the 5. One windmill asks the other what music you like. I'm a big metal fan. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And what is two CEOs with ADHD having a rap battle? An executive dysfunction. Tone VC with a $5 super. I'm torn. Both concerts are the same night in September. Static X and Dope, or Powerwolf and Dragon Force? Bro, you go to Powerwolf and Dragon Force, bro. The answer is very simple. Who wants to go see Static X in 2020 and Dope? You'd be a dope if you miss out on Dragon Force, bro. I've seen them like 3 or 4 times, man. They're excellent. Fun show. Chris J Productions with a 199. JD vs. Sap with Sean's View Ent. TK is the special ref. So basically a bunch of retards and me. Great. Bastardo with a 5. My dad put up wrestling rings for WWF in the 60s. Made moments watching Hulk Hogan. Let their dad's faults be splattered on the internet when his day comes. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Pro wrestling fan with a $20 super chat. I'm glad Travis Scott is no longer involved with WWE. I don't have to hear his annoying song Fiend. I love hip-hop music, but I hate Southern rap. Most Southern rappers suck, and Travis Scott is one of them. JD, I love your show. Travis Scott is just a fucking product of woke Hollywood, bro. It's trash for the Gen Z fucking mindless sheep. That's all it is. It's not real music. It's garbage. Jeff with a 20. Hey, Jay, they hope to see you at the meet and greet. If there is one. There's nothing confirmed yet. Me and my family will be there for SummerSlam on Saturday. Appreciate your kind words for Hogan. Rest in peace. Finding your podcast 3 years ago has helped me through depression. With the loss of my parents as well. I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you, brother. Anything I can do to take your mind off. Anything for a couple hours a night, man. I take great pride in that, man. Thank you. Abyss with a $4.99. I had beef with my art teacher. I told her this is where I draw the line. Why should you never fight a dinosaur? You'll get your ass kicked. Okay, Abyss. I could see why YouTube is not letting you super chat anymore. Major Motions with a $1.99. I can see us building to Breaker Roman at WrestleMania. Me too. Me too. Abyss and Major Motions. Thank you, guys. Andre Benson with a 5. It's a hood thing when you beat someone down and take their shoes. It's very, very disrespectful, but I'm with you, JD. Braun and Reed have to win at SummerSlam. Abyss with a $1.99. What is R. Kelly's favorite team? The Pistons. Illuminati with a 5. The real question is, how goes your Destiny 2 grind? I just hit 310 light. Brutal. Bro, I'm only at 254 light, bro. I can't bring myself to continue doing old activities, man. I'm drained after like an hour or two. I can't. So I don't know how, bro. I don't know if these people are fucking. I think they're robots, bro. I think everybody's inhuman. Some people are at 450 light, man. How? I don't get it. And what's the point? Like, trust me, I want to get to 400 light, but I don't, is it worth it? They got to change something between now and the next season, bro. They got to. Abyss with a $4.99. My wife hates our neighbors because she always sunbathes topless. Me personally, I'm on the fence. Yeah, well, who is, who's your neighbor, bro? I mean, if it's Sydney Sweeney, but your wife might have to get over that one, bro. Ricardo with a 5. Yeah, CM Punk did do a post about Hulk. Good. As he should. Also, JD, do you see a point in the story between Punk and Rollins where Punk beats Rollins for a title? I don't know, man. It's either him or Sammy. Either him or Sammy. I don't know. Bastardo with a 5. I've fallen asleep listening to that first hour each night. It's like part of your childhood has died. I can't believe how much this has affected me. It's tough, man. It don't even feel like real life, man. It don't even feel like real life. Abyss with a $1.99. What was the geeky spider's name? Webster. All right, I'm gonna have to. Someone cut Abyss off at the bar, please. I think he's ordered way too many tequilas, bro. Major Motions with a $1.99. Where the hell is LA Knight? I don't know, man. I don't know. Major Motions with a $1.99. Nah, JD. Dulcim and E Honda were OP on Street Fighter 1 and 2. I was more of a Ken and Ryu guy. Sidro with a 2. Could make a pun on Dulcim, but it would be reaching. Yes. I wonder how they're going to reenact Dulcim in the movie. Do you think they're going to have his rubber band-like arms in the movie? You think he's going to be shooting fire? Yoga Flame. Yoga Fire. Cody Snyder with a 5. I wish they get Punk away from Seth. Seth doesn't cut it. Also, favorite SummerSlam match. Mine is a tie. Shawn, Triple H 02, Punk, Brock 13. I'm going to go Shawn, Triple H. Sidro with the $2 super chat. What's the best Japanese electric car? Honda. Yes. An electric Honda. Yes. Honda. Ricardo with a 2. Tip your barista on me, JD. Hope SummerSlam is great. Well, it depends on what I order, Ricardo. If I order a grande vanilla latte from Starbucks and it rings up as $8.50, I usually don't leave a tip, bro. That's just way too much. Sidro with a 5. Why didn't Chung Lee talk about her one-night stand with Vega? Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Hashtag perfect Vegas joke before my trip. And Major Motions with a 199 hot take. I can see Omega doing WrestleMania before he's done. I can as well. I won't be surprised they all leave. Tony's ruined that fucking company and ruined the vision of AEW, and he doesn't even realize it, bro. That's what's sad. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Those here on YouTube, thank you guys very much. Those watching on X, thank you guys very much. Tomorrow night, we get to do it all over again. Tuesday Night Titans. What are we? Episode 105 tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for all of your supports. If you guys have not, please hit that thumbs up. We got almost 800 likes. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you guys very much. Hit that thumbs up. Continue to hit that thumbs up. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go check out all the content that you might have missed, including Thursday and Friday's Remembrance of Hulk Hogan. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Make sure you guys go get your free sample on me. And please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking of SummerSlam coming out of Monday Night Raw. Is it a SummerSlam or a Summer Scam? I'll see you guys tomorrow night live with the Solid Monster right here on Tuesday Night Titans. I'll see you guys later.